Hey everybody, it's Dan with Pain For You. Today's topic is going to be unresolved emotions. So before we do that, just sitting in the gazebo, breezy day, sun's out, just figured I'd get in the shade. So let's take a couple of nice deep breaths. Breathe in the confidence. Breathe out the doubt and the skepticism. Breathe in the knowledge that it's just TMS. Breathe out the fear. All right, so unresolved emotions. Dr. Sarno spoke for a long time about repressed emotions, right? And this is where the subconscious brain has learned or been taught that certain emotions are unacceptable, right? So if you were yelled at a lot for being angry or getting, you got in trouble a lot because you would get angry at your brother or your sister and you'd get angry, or you'd get angry and you'd get in trouble. We learned quickly, anger is not allowed. If you grew up in a religious family, God doesn't like anger. And you also probably witnessed anger, perhaps with parents, siblings, aunts, uncles. And if it was modeled in a poor way, I know in my case, and my dad wasn't awful, but he had a temper, and when he got angry, boy, we knew it. And so he modeled what anger looked like for me. And I decided at a very early age, I don't like anger. I'm never going to be like that. So we learn all of these judgments about these emotions. We're told never to be sad. Suck it up. Don't let them see you cry. Be tough. Right? And a million other things. Grieving. Get over it. Get over it. They're dead already. They've been dead a week. Get over it. Right? All sorts of things. We've been taught many times at a very early age to repress these emotions because they just don't belong. So repression is the automatic filing away of these emotions to say, they're too unacceptable, scary, dangerous, they don't fit with your self-image, so let's just lock them up. We're not going to spend any time on it. That's an unresolved emotion because it's not felt, it's just noticed and locked up. I also believe another unresolved emotion is when we're consciously aware of, man, I'm really pissed off, but I don't have time for that. So we just swallow it. We brush it under the rug. That also is unresolved, right? Another unresolved emotion are the emotions we're very consciously aware of, and we're clinging to them. We're clinging to resentments. We're holding on to a grudge, and we refuse to let them go. Sometimes because we think, well, if I let this anger go, I'm letting them, whoever we're angry at, I'm letting them off the hook. So I can't do it. So we ruminate and we stew and we get stuck in the story mode of why we're so angry or sad or hurt or whatever it may be. These are all, in my opinion, what I consider unresolved emotions. Repression, consciously aware but consciously resisted emotions, and then also emotions that we cling to and we grab to and we refuse to let go. So those are all unresolved emotions, and I believe all of them are absolutely implemented, or not implemented, bad word, the cause. I won't search for the right word. They're the cause of TMS and these symptoms that crop up, right? Because when we've got all of these emotions, all that emotional energy going around, it can manifest itself in physical sensations, symptoms in our body. They all cause stress. Stress causes dysregulation of our immune system, our digestive system. And, I think all these unresolved emotions, not just the repressed ones, but the consciously aware of ones that we just are not dealing with, they're absolutely playing a role in this TMS, this mind-body syndrome. So we also get into, well, what do we do with these emotions? Well, We don't resolve them, right? And I just went over those 3 examples. But in some cases, when we feel these emotions, they build up, they build up, they build up, and then boom, they explode out at those around us, right? And people say, oh, you need to express your emotions. You got to let people know when you're pissed off and everything else. Well, I'm not convinced that's absolutely required to get better, right? So people say, well, I've got a choice. I either express them or I bottle them up. I don't have a choice. There's a third choice, and I did this video. I think I said there's a third choice. And in between expressing and vomiting these emotions on those around us and bottling them up, right in the middle there's a choice, which is for you, in the privacy of your head, your heart, your home, your bathroom, your bath, your shower, your car, a walk by yourself. Give yourself permission to feel these emotions. Feeling is the gold standard. We don't have to express. We don't have to bottle them up. We don't have to avoid ever getting angry again. We just simply have to be a normal human being that feels their emotions so that they can pass and be resolved. And when you do that, you don't store them. You don't accumulate them, right? I think TMS is a lot like you're accumulating all of these unresolved emotions. Repressed, consciously resisted, things you're holding on to, and they accumulate. They accumulate. And when they get close to overflowing, they can cause symptoms, right? And so our job is to feel these emotions. Why? So that they stop accumulating. Because when you truly feel an emotion, it can release, and you can let that go. And if you constantly don't resolve them, they will accumulate and build up until symptoms manifest, and then the symptoms take on a life of their own. You get medicalized, you believe you're broken, you hear all sorts of things, and before you know it, you've got a chronic condition, and that creates a whole nother set of negative emotions. So again, the gold standard is feeling your emotions, learning how to do that. I talk about how emotions are safe, and they absolutely are. And actually storing onto them, holding onto them, or resisting them and pushing them away, that, because we know about TMS, is a lot less safe than actually just feeling them. And I'll tell you, I talk to people and they say, yeah, Dan, I know about this TMS, but I don't think I can do this. I'm terrified of my emotions. Why? Who taught you? Who taught you that? Who taught you to be terrified of your emotions? Did you have emotions and you were punished for it? Or were they just too overwhelming and you got lost in the sadness and depression, or you got lost in the anger? Somebody I worked with years ago had a mother and a brother who were both diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And so this person was very, very frightened of ever getting angry because they didn't want to be mentally ill like the mother and brother. So emotions, I don't talk a ton about them because I don't want that to seem like it's the most important part of this. As you know, I'm the mindset guy. Mindset, in my opinion, matters almost as much, if not more so, than allowing yourself to feel and resolve these emotions. But I don't want anybody to get hung up on digging through the emotions so intensely that they come to the conclusion that, well, I still have pain, so I must have missed something in the emotional discovery, so back to the emotional discovery, back to the emotional discovery. And they get more and more frantic and frustrated that I must be missing something, or I don't seem to feel like I can feel these emotions, so I'm never going to get better, when in fact, you're completely the opposite of indifferent to the symptoms, and you're focused on the symptoms or the pains all day, every day. And if you've heard any of my videos about mindset and the way the brain works and neuroplasticity, focusing on the pain or the symptoms all day long will keep them wired and keep them firing. And that is anything but indifference. So look, yes, there is a place for emotional discovery. If you follow Nicole Sachs, her method is journal speak. Whether it be journal speak, whether it be regular journaling, whether it be any number of processes that allow you to feel your emotions. Find a way to resolve, also feel your emotions, right? If they're automatically being repressed, sometimes a little bit of digging can get them. But I'm not convinced we got to dig up everything that happened in 3rd grade and when we were 4 years old. Right? If you do that, do it once. You don't have to do that every day forever. So, I don't know. Are you carrying around a lot of unresolved emotions? Do you think that you are? Are you the type who, when you get upset, you tend to push it away? Well, I'm going to encourage you, if that's you, to allow yourself to feel your emotions. I love focusing on the right now stuff. I don't believe we have past emotions. I don't believe we have future emotions. Any emotion that we have is right now, because we can't feel an emotion yesterday. We can feel an emotion right now about yesterday if we call up a memory of what happened. But again, feel your emotions right now. I would start there. What's going on in my life right now? And if all you're getting is, I'm really pissed off and sad and upset about the pain or the symptoms or about my illness, ask what else. Because invariably, there's going to be something else below that surface level stuff. And I will absolutely tell you, you're probably very much consciously aware of the emotions about the pain or the symptoms. So go a little bit deeper. Ask what else. But I like focusing on the right now stuff, because if my childhood isn't bothering me right now, digging up, the bully down the street that picked on me when I was in, middle school is not the reason for my pain. It's not going to help me get rid of my today pain. And so I like focusing on the right now stuff. If you want to journal about the past, fine, do it. And hopefully that will allow you to make some connections with how you handle and resolve or don't resolve emotions throughout your lifetime. But I don't think we want to do that every day, all day, forever. I don't think there's value in that. All it did for me, journaling 6 months, was remind me of all the crappy things that happened in my life and are still happening in my life. And all by focusing on everything that was wrong, I got more and more depressed. So again, unresolved emotions are emotions that are automatically filtered away and filed away in the basement subconscious because they don't fit with your self-image. I have an exercise called Yes, Emotions Are Safe. Look for that video. Go to YouTube on my Facebook or my YouTube channel. Use the search bar and search for Yes, Emotions Are Safe. There's an exercise in there that will help you reframe it. Because if the emotions are in the subconscious, it's kind of hard to pull them out, especially if you feel that they're dangerous. So by doing this reframing exercise that emotions are actually safe and okay and allowed, that may kind of open up the basement door and allow some of these to come out a little bit easier. But if they don't panic. Look, so many people have decided, I can't feel emotions, so I will never get better, period. Yes, in those cases, repression is really, really strong. Fine, got it. Focus on the mindset. Focus on shifting your attention to living your life. Stop caring about the symptoms. You know it's TMS, but even though you can't get to your emotions, you can certainly soothe yourself, calm down, calm your thinking. Don't make these predetermined judgments that if I can't feel these emotions deeply from 30 years ago, then I'm never going to get better today. Sorry, that's bullshit. It really is. So much can be done with soothing yourself, calming your body down, calming your thinking down, getting the mindset right of being indifferent to the symptoms. If you can't be completely indifferent, at least choose your response. Right? Between freak out, which doesn't help, and indifference, you can choose to say, all right, scary, powerful, strong pain, but I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to breathe through it. I'm going to remind myself it's just TMS. I'm going to relax my body, sink into the couch, the bed, whatever you're doing. Just relax it, breathe, and know you're okay. Then calm your thinking down. Instead of automatically launching into the catastrophic thoughts. Oh no, what does this mean? I just had a flare-up, I was doing okay. Nope, 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 it's just a speed bump on the road, on the journey. Calm yourself down. So calm your thinking, soothe your body, breathing, nature, get outside, whatever. And then work on the mindset. Choose your response to the pain or the symptoms. And then as much as you can, shift your focus back to living your life. And again, all the time I'm seeing comments that people say, you know what, Dan, the mindset and shifting my focus back to living my life was what kind of broke things loose for me. That's when I turned the corner. So if you're the type who says, I can't feel my emotions, I'm screwed, I'm stuck, I'll never get better, let go of the need to feel your emotions and just focus on the mindset stuff. But as important as the mindset, because I see people also saying, I really don't care and I'm living my life. And, but I can't feel my emotions and the pain's still here. All right. Even if you say, I don't care about the pain, if you're still monitoring it and watching it and really frustrated that you're not able to get rid of it, you're not indifferent yet, right? Because if you were truly indifferent, you wouldn't be looking at it much at all, right? You might notice it and be like, whatever. And then you go on your day. So that's where the gold is. Unresolved emotions. Take a good hard look. Do you have a lot of unresolved emotions? If so, spend some time on the emotional discovery. If there's anything that's been repressed that you can get to, great. If you can't get to it, don't worry about it. But if there's things you're consciously aware of that you've pushed away, right? You might get pissed off at your boss or your spouse in the morning and you go, I don't have time for that and I don't want to blow things up. And you push it aside. Make sure at some point, maybe the next time you step into the restroom, to go, oh, so mad, right? Allow yourself to feel it. Resolve that emotion, right? If you're holding on to and clinging on to emotions from days, weeks, years, decades ago worth of fights with people, learn to feel that and let it go. How do you let it go? You choose not to ruminate on it anymore, right? So look, this video is getting a little bit long. Unresolved emotions. Take a good look at that and make sure in your emotional discovery you allow yourself the opportunity to feel some of these unresolved emotions. What do you guys think? Was this helpful? Please comment below. By the way, painforyou.com, there is a self-assessment for anybody new. You can download that. But there's also, what I often fail to mention is I've got my 11 mistakes that can keep you in pain. And that's a good free download just by entering your email. So go there and get it. And if you've got thoughts on this, comment below. And I guess we'll talk to you guys and gals tomorrow. Love you. Bye.